Hey kids, Mark Isaac Potter with clip number 2 of our seminar called Power Winning Made Easy. Power Winning Made Easy, that I wrote with my friend Joan Clout Cruz. And we wrote this class back in, I think, 1996. And I'm doing this clip in 2012, so about 15 years ago. And when we first wrote it, it was called Supportive Agreements in the very, very beginning. Supportive Agreements. And then later we changed the name to Cooperative Agreements. And there's a reason I'm telling you this. And then, of course, we changed it to the much more popular name, Power Winning Made Easy. The reason I'm telling you this is Joan and I were hip to the power of agreements way back when, before a lot of the popular books that have come by these days, about agreements, most of which are very, very good books, by the way. So let's get started on clip number 2. A couple of things. The relationship between being self-reliant and cooperating with other people. That's an interesting thing that we're going to talk about in this class. How do we improve both? How do we improve our own ability to be self-reliant and at the same time improve our ability to cooperate with others? Now, sometimes we human beings see this as different. If we're going to become more self-reliant, we imagine that means we're going to be less in cooperation with other people. Turns out to be just the opposite. The more self-reliant we are, the more we have a chance to cooperate well with others. And the reverse, the vice versa, is also true. The more we learn to cooperate with others, the more we can learn, if we do it a certain way, how to be more self-reliant. And the two things go together. So, a good example of that, a lot of people like examples in these classes. A good example of that is, I took a class years ago about marriage. And one of the great things that the teacher said, and I do not remember which class that was. I want to jokingly say I took a lot of classes about marriage, but probably didn't take a whole lot of them. But this teacher made the point that in a relationship or a marriage, any of those, each person is responsible for the relationship 100%. Each person is responsible 100%. Doesn't sound like that's possible, right? Because then you have 200%. But if each person holds the relationship, holds the marriage, it doesn't have to be a marriage either. Could be just any relationship. Could be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. Could be a family member. If we each hold the relationship as this entire relationship, every part of it, is my responsibility. I'm 100% responsible. That will help greatly. So that's an example of how being self-reliant and standing on your own works hand in hand with cooperating. So let's move on. One of the things we're trying to have happen in this class is we learn more about good communication and understanding things properly. We've all, if you've been alive more than 10 minutes, you know that there's a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding in the world. You say something to someone, they don't quite get it the way you understand it, the way you're trying to communicate it, and so then a series of mishaps occur, which get worse and worse as the misunderstanding gets bigger. So that's something I think we've all experienced. So in Power Winning Made Easy, we learn how to understand each other. And we do that by building agreements. By building agreements. We build a foundation of support. Once a well thought out agreement is in place, several good things can happen. And in the next few clips, we're going to go through those several good things. So stay in touch. This is Mark Isaac Potter with clip number 2. This has been clip number 2 of Power Winning Made Easy. See you in a few minutes. Bye-bye.